This week on Ask Kochie, how do you turn an online window shopper into a paying customer?
Hi, my name is Prianka, and I'm a budding entrepreneur living in Sydney. I own an online e-commerce store called Silver Turtle. I sell eco-friendly products online. I do get a lot of visitors on a daily basis to my store. What I've noticed is that visitors come in and they browse products and they add them to their checkout cart, but they do not follow through the checkout process. So my question really is, how do I reduce abandoned checkouts?
Abandoned digital shopping carts. It's a great question. To help weigh in on this, we're joined by our digital growth guru, Nick Brogden. Nick, good to see you.
Thanks, man.
Now, how common is it for people to abandon their digital shopping cart?
Well, it's actually extremely common for abandoned carts to happen.
So don't feel bad.
No, it's probably more common to, well, actually it's factually way more common for people to abandon cart than to actually complete the conversion. So the trick on that is to sort of work out how can we make people convert better.
Right. So how do you do that?
There's a tactic in digital marketing we call CRO, which is conversion rate optimization. Now, conversion rate optimization is the process of looking at what's actually happening when someone is making a purchase and look for roadblocks. What can slow them down? What could entice them to buy more? So for instance, say the images of the silver turtles were not quite as polished as they could be, or they didn't do maybe a rotation of so you could see all angles, then people aren't totally sold on the purchase.
And in your analytics, can you find out what's stopping them, what stage of the process? Because I suppose it's the images, or if they like the images and say buy, then it's a freight bit of it, or...
It can and can't, depending on how you've structured it, but it can be quite complicated to set it up to monitor a form. So you can use tools that actually record the screen. Then you can watch back on where people have dropped off and you can see where they stopped. But most of the time, it's the shipping.
So is it then better to build your shipping costs into the actual price and just have free shipping?
Yeah, that's a tactic I like to use, is to build the costs into it. Another really good one, if you actually can increase your sales, is if you order over X amount of dollars, it's free shipping. So then you might sell 2 or 3 items rather than the one.
Do you go back to people who have dropped out on a constant basis with a better offer?
That's actually one of the most effective ways to follow people up, is to use what's called an abandoned cart email sequence.
Right.
Now, of course, you do need the email address first, which is why you'll find when you make your first purchase, there's generally an incentive to sign up to be a member to buy. So once someone's got your email address, then there's plugins, especially if you're using something like Shopify, which most people, a lot in e-com are using Shopify, then you can actually get plugins that will set up sequences that are very simply will take people right back to the pointy end of the purchase.
It's an art form, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it pays off.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Nick, good to see you. Thank you for that.
Thanks.